Next, a whole fanfic writing the story from the very start, but Bran recognizes Jaime, and the whole story is butterfly affected.
Do you really believe that if Bran woke up and identified Jaime as the person who pushed him, that the whole story would be different? You really believe that?
Um. Well, yeah. I mean, first off, I mean, we'll go down that what if trail. Um. First of all, if Bran woke up and recognized it was Jaime, Tyrion is not caught by Catelyn. Tyrion is arrested at Winterfell by Robb, and he's there. So it's a very different story. There's no like going to the Vale and all that kind of
If
stuff.
Tyrion is arrested by Robb, then the Lannisters, Tywin still makes his move. And not only that, though, but
That's
maybe
right,
this
but
is the
now
show.
now the North is fully sending out ravens talking about the incest, and because they're
Sure,
going to
but
know about the
it's
incest.
but there's no proof. It's just Bran's word versus Jaime and
Yeah, but
Cersei's.
at the same time, Stannis already knows it. So like you have more unity between Stannis and the North. The one big thing that like was a problem, you know.
What ultimately comes down to is Robert. Robert gets the final say, and I don't know if this is show or book, but I remember this might be just show. I remember a scene where Ned wakes up after he's injured by Jaime
Mm-hmm.
or by the Lannister guard, and I remember like he's talking to Ned, and Robert says, I don't know if his book or show, correct me, where Robert's like, "I'm half a kingdom in debt to his father."
Right?
Is that
Does
book?
he think the debt as important in the book? But also like keep in mind that like this is Robert getting messages saying that his wife you know is committing infidelity, and he's going to start getting it. He gets it first from the North, and then he's going to start getting it from Stannis at the same time. Like, there's going to be some problems there. Um, let me see if there's any debt here.
Other than Tyrion being arrested by Robb, held by Robb at Winterfell, and
mm,
I feel like the Lannisters still make their move. Jaime still leaves to go join with Tywin. He doesn't stay. There's no way he stays in King's Landing.
well,
Um,
one thing it happens earlier. So it happens early. So if Bran remembers, he remembers the incest, and he remembers like that Jaime is the one that pushed him. All of that gets spread everywhere, like very like earlier when Robert's still alive. Uh, and so I don't know. They would have. I mean, maybe they'd kill Robert in a different way or whatever. But because I'm thinking, is Jamie trying to think like when Jamie and the King even make it back when Bran wakes up. Bran wakes up in Bran 3, right? So let's say Bran wakes up in Bran 3 and immediately starts telling everybody. Um,
April May here says Tyrion is at the wall when Bran wakes. Yeah, but Tyrion will come back to Winterfell.
yeah.
So,
I'm trying to think
and
if
Robb's not stupid enough to send ravens immediately as Tyrion is at the wall or coming back to Winterfell. He'll wait for to get an opportunity to take Tyrion.
well he'd probably the first thing he'd do is he'd send a raven to Ned, and so it'd get to Ned by about Eddard 4. So Ned it would be alerted much earlier. Oh my gosh, there's incest and Jamie. Like this is around the time of Ned's first small council.
Also, why do you think they would take Tyrion? He didn't do anything.
It doesn't matter. I mean, he's still a Lannister. They have a hostage now. They're going to be at war.
Mm.
So whatever the case is, a raven would be sent to Ned in King's Landing immediately, and Ned would know. Um, he wouldn't need to go on his super sleuth like trip. He'd just be like, "Oh, Bran woke up. He says that Jaime Lannister threw him from the tower, and that he and Cersei were having sex." Like,
But Ned's super sleuthing is what the fact that he knows some of this is what gives him confidence to go confront Cersei. So if he
well,
doesn't do
now
the super
yeah.
sleuthing,
I'm just saying it's a very different story, man. Like it's a very different story that all this information is found earlier. You
Is
know.
it like I said? I don't know because like there's no proof, and because Ned doesn't go on his super sleuthing, he doesn't discover the bastards. He doesn't discover what John Aaron was researching beforehand. There's no like extra evidence to help Robert like see the actual like truth because Robert would have to see his bastards to get like some semblance of like okay,
Well,
these kids look
okay.
like me, but these don't.
Look. Let's go through it logically. Okay. Bran wakes up and he tells the information. The first thing Rob and Maester Luwin do is send a letter to Ned. Can we agree on that?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So now Ned finds out about the attempted murder and the incest as early as Eddard 4, Eddard 5. Like Eddard 4 is the first small council meeting. Okay, that's the first small council meeting. He's just arrived. Okay, because remember, it takes a long time to get down the King's Road and everything. So he's just arrived, and he gets this letter from his son that that Jaime Lannister tried to kill him, and that there's incest. Okay.
Does Catelyn still go down there?
Kat's already gone.
Okay.
Kat's already gone. She's on her ship.
Why does Cat need to leave if Rob's sending a raven?
Cat leaves because of the cat leaves because of the cat's paw. The cat's paw.
Oh, the cat's paw still happens. Okay.
Yeah, the cat's paw. Yeah, the cat's paw still happens. She leaves because of the cat's paw. She's on her way, so she's in transit. She's not even part of this whole thing. So Ned gets that information. What would Ned do? Would he? I mean, there's different options. One, he goes and he tries to kill Jaime Lannister immediately, right then and there. That's a possibility.
With no proof. With no proof.
But his son has claimed this. Or okay, he realizes he's in danger and immediately leaves. Or he tells Robert about the whole thing.
I would assume he would tell Robert about the whole thing.
Yeah, well, now Robert knows about this incest and attempted murder.
He's going to take his Ned's word with no proof out of all the consequences that can happen.
Right. Okay. Well, now there's like an investigation, like a full investigation about it. Right.
Right.
So like now the Lannisters are being watched. People ask Jaime about it. People ask Cersei about it.
She'll deny it. Pycelle's on their side, so he'll do whatever he can to wishy-washy that away.
Well, okay. Let's keep going from there. They deny it. Who does Robert believe?
Who can he believe?
Okay. Then
because the implications are insane.
Robert doesn't believe it, and Ned leaves. Then he leaves King's Landing and he goes back north.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's still a very different plot. Like it's a very different.
It is.
Story.
You're right. It's a very different story, but I feel as though if Ned has the group meeting with Varys and Littlefinger, or even just Littlefinger, I feel like he would point them in the direction of war. He would manipulate them both.
Oh, I'm sure something else would I mean, Varys and Littlefinger would come up with something else, but I don't know how Ned ends up in the same situation. Because Ned ends up in a weird situation only because he tries to do a coup after Robert dies. So, Robert has to die, and Ned has to be there at a certain time, and all of this kind of stuff. So, if Ned leaves, or I don't know, then, or if Robert doesn't die, it's a very different story. So.